Hello, everyone, and welcome to our next part in our Red Dead Redemption 100% walkthrough. In our last episode, we did a lot of bounty hunting here in Mexico and got all the 100% requirements for bounty hunting, which is getting all 8 locations at least once in terms of bounty hunting. And then I did a stream where I got the remaining named targets and played some mini games that weren't required for outfit scraps or main missions or anything like that, just for the fun of it. We had a lot of technical issues if you did watch the stream, so I'm sorry about that. But if you skip the stream just to kind of get to what's important to the story and 100%, what we are doing next, now that we've done all the side activities I wanted to do, is kind of continue the main story. We're not going to help this guy because I've actually had to reload the save once because I was coming up here and this guy's horse got stolen, and by the time I got to his horse, it started a gang hideout that I did not want to start yet, so unfortunately I'm gonna not have to help this guy as much as I usually would, but I want to get started on the next story mission because now that we've, like I was saying, now that we've done all the side activities I wanted to do, it's time to kind of get into the more of the story, Mexico. We kind of did one story mission, but now we're really gonna kind of get into the nitty and gritty of what Mexico has to offer John. He checked around Chuparosa, and now he's going to the provisional governor, as Irish suggested. So we're going to be handling that. Sorry, sir, that I couldn't get your horse in time, but we have some pressing matters we got to deal with. Maybe next time.
What do you want, gringo? What are you doing here? Have you heard? There's a war going on.
My name's John Marston. I've been sent here to retrieve a couple of men. Can I speak to your commander?
You want to talk to my boss, gringo?
I guess.
Because I'm not good enough for you?
No, sir.
You think you're better than me? You come to my country, my poor little country, and you think you can be friends with the president?
Oh, sir. I'm sorry, sir. Things must have come out wrong. Maybe you can help me.
You'll be sorry, friend. Relax, amigo, relax. How you?
Sure. Somewhere between a threatening stare and the soldier's armed to the teeth? Yeah. Yeah, you had me.
Welcome to Mexico, amigo! Let's come meet, drink, and then we'll talk. My name is Capitan Vicente de Santa.
John Marston.
My country is in pain, John Marston. Terrible pain. The rebels have seized the people by the throat and destroyed a way of life.
I'm no politician, sir.
And I am no soldier, tequila. But we are both beholding to our time. A brave man, perhaps you've heard of him. Coronel Allende. He's trying to preserve the order in our province. To keep our civilization alive. It is tough. The people are confused and usually swayed. Sometimes in the service of what is right, you gotta do terrible things. It breaks my heart.
I also am no moralist, sir.
I wish I enjoy your freedoms, Mr. Marston.
I'm trying to find a man, an American, an outlaw named Bill Williamson. I believe he came here to seek protection from another outlaw named Javier Escuella.
You're no moralist, but you hunt outlaws?
So it would seem. You heard anything of these men?
I am the government, or what is left of it. Outlaws seek each other. They're possibly hiding with thieves and killers who pose as freedom fighters in the hills around here. They're united under one traitor named Abraham Reyes.
Where could I find this Reyes?
If I knew, I would be there, hunting him with everything that is true within me. Reyes finds you.
Like cholera.
Something like that. But it's possible, though. My men are trying to lure him into a trap. Possibly, you could ride with us? And if everything goes okay, I'm sure the Coronel will help you.
Okay.
Vámonos! You can take your horse or ride on the wagon.
Let's just make it easy for us and the ride on the wagon. And then we'll have the horse follow us as well.
We must be quick. It's a long ride to Chuparosa.
You doing okay there, buddy?
Such a warm welcome from the Mexican army, I can see.
I didn't know what to expect. I hadn't even crossed the border and I was being shot at.
You will hear a lot of words like tyrant and oppression here. Words that the peasants have been taught. But do not understand meaningless words. The army is suffering a crisis of reputation.
Even I've heard about the colonel down here. He's not famous for his compassion.
This is the point. Have you met Coronel Allende? Do you know him? No. Like a papagayo? We just repeat lies you heard.
Maybe.
Allende is a good man, a strong man. He carries the weight of a million problems on his shoulders.
Am I supposed to pity him?
You gringos are so quick to judge. You love to talk badly of other people because it makes you feel better about yourselves. Maybe you should look in the mirror.
You're the one talking about this, and I ain't here to make judgment on the way of your government. I've got enough problems with my own right now.
This isn't America, Senor Marston. We are poor. Kindness must take a different form. What is better? To pull your arm around a hungry man, or to beat him until he grows some food to eat?
I think you need to answer that question yourself.
Who are these outlaws you hunt? This Billy, the cowboy, and his Mexican friend.
Bill Williamson's a fella I used to know, and Javier Escuella, well, I knew him too.
What do you mean? You know these men?
We was friends once. Part of the past I can't seem to get rid of.
The past is all that's real, my friend. It cannot be erased. That is the problem with the people here. They spend too much time dreaming about imaginary futures.
I know I can't change the past, but I'm sure gonna do something about the future.
Whatever helps you to sleep at night, amigo. My country is full of American criminals, mostly in the service of the rebel pigs. Mexico is an easy place for a man to lose himself, whether he wants to get lost or not.
Hopefully not too easy. I ain't got much time to find these men.
There must be a high price on their heads.
The highest price.
Can I ask how much?
I'm not getting paid. It's a long story. I'm being made to do this.
I will never understand you Americans.
Me neither.
We have a system of law in Mexico, senor. And we do not tolerate people who think they can run with their own. However, if you help us, we help you. No one hides from Coronel Allende for long. This rebellion, it is a disease. It is killing this country.
Don't the people have the right to stand up for themselves?
The right? The right. Don't you throw silly ideas at me. What do you know about the rights of the Mexican people?
Very little. Just saying there must be something behind this rebellion.
I'll tell you what's behind there, Senor Marston. Lies. Insidious lies. The peasants are stupid, and like cows, they can be herded. It only takes a few men to move many.
Maybe they've just had enough of being called stupid.
You're talking about things you don't understand.
If you ask me something, I'm gonna give you an answer.
Are you a revolutionary? Is that why you're here?
I was once, I suppose. In a twisted kind of way. Thought I could change something if I thought hard enough.
Change what?
I don't know. Maybe that was the problem.
Revolution is always selfish. It is nothing but greed and ego. Individuals putting their own needs above those of others. It is people fighting for change when they have no idea what change is.
If you're a poor man who's been beat down all his life, any change is gonna seem good.
What? You think that overthrowing the government is going to make a poor man rich?
If you're not helping them, it's only natural they're gonna look for someone else who will.
For a tired old revolutionary, you are very naive. What do you want us to do? Walk around giving out money to every poor person in Mexico?
What a terrible idea.
First, they need to look at why they're poor. Then they need to go out and do some work rather than sitting on their culos talking about freedom.
Who's this man we're looking for? The leader of the rebels?
Abraham Reyes, he's a traitor, a liar, a coward and a sinner. A hero who has done nothing. I have far more respect for the shit I looked this morning than I ever will for that pathetic worm.
That's a nice image.
He is from a rich family, a man born in a golden cradle, who pretends to fight for the poor. He's taking advantage of the ignorant and the weak-minded.
He must be telling the people something they want to hear.
Of course he is. All that bastard does is stand in a balcony giving speeches. It is easy to make promises you can never keep.
It takes more than a few promises to build an army.
It's not far now. Are you ready?
Ready for what?
We will lure the rebels into a trap. There's a train leaving Chuparosa soon. We're going to escort it. It will think it's a supply train. But there are no supplies on it.
Very clever.
We must throw the rats out of their holes. Give them some bait they can refuse. Come on! The train is waiting.
Well, looks like I needed to mount a horse anyway, so I understand why we couldn't just ride the... Wait a minute, we're waiting for my horse. Give him a second. And by the way, if you didn't watch the stream, we are naming this horse Angel now. We almost lost him in the stream. He went away for a second, but we got him back. The reason I named him Angel is because I talked to, actually, my girlfriend, and I asked her what she thinks I should name him. And after a couple things, she suggested Angel, and I love it.
I'm watching you, amigo. Not get any idea.
Like what? You guys are all armed to the teeth and threatened to kill me the first time I met you. As a joke, I don't think I'm gonna be messing with you on the first instinct. Something don't feel right.
It's the rebels!
Get some long shots. Get sniped. As long as you ride ahead of the train, you should be able to protect it with some a lot of ease. I would even recommend use Deadeye, get these guys. I remember this mission would sometimes catch me off guard. But I think what's important to this mission is getting the guys that are kind of stationed, because I think they can throw like fire bottles and stuff like that. This is all based off my memory, which I think we've proven isn't exactly the best thing when it comes to me playing old games.
Why are you aiming at me?
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to do that, but I'm not exactly a kind of person I really respect. Your opinions on that ride kind of bothered me a lot. Look, I'm all about putting in hard work and valuing hard work, but if they're willing to kill people for it, I think it has a lot more to do than them just wanting to be lazy, or else they wouldn't be fighting in the first place. Threat of death kind of beats being lazy any day. I don't care how lazy I want to be. I'm not risking my life if it wasn't going to be for something.
Run away, pal! Come on!
It's kind of risky to be on the train tracks in the real world, but it is a game. We can keep up. Okay, I'm gonna ride ahead because I'm willing to guess that they're gonna ambush us. And as we see, I was correct.
Who's next? Let's go. Whoa.
Just had to wait for them. I'm coming. I'm doing all the legwork here. For someone who is just complaining that people want to sit on their butts all day, you really aren't doing anything at all.
Come on, come on. I'll kill you.
I think that might be the last of them.
Whoa there. Come on.
I don't think there's any of them to retreat.
Yeah.
Todo bien, compadre? You did a good thing for Mexico today. Coronel Allende will be very pleased.
Los rebeldes están robando el tren.
Levántese, perezoso, que le estoy pagando. Marston, you're gonna have to do something.
What?
You have to go out there and start the train before it crosses the bridge.
Yeah.
¡Todavía levántese! ¡Usted también! Y allá atrás, muévase. ¿Qué le pasa a usted? ¡Ay, Dios mío, levántese! ¡Ya mismo!
Why do I gotta do it? Why can't they help me? We're gonna go ahead and get ahead of ourselves and kill the guys in the front cars, making our job easier when it... Alright. Now that we cleared them out in record time, probably, we just have to get to the front of the train. Come on, Angel. We're almost there. Ayup. I have to ask, what was their plan? I thought they wanted to take the stuff on the train, not completely destroy it. We got a lot of fame for that. Get closer and closer and reaching max fame. Never really made a whole lot of sense to me. Why would they destroy the bridge if they were trying to get everything? Or maybe, like... But then again, they would be that fast to have someone up ahead to know whether to blow the train or not. Just seems just kind of strange. Unless they were trying to destroy it to prevent the army from having it, but... I thought they were trying to take the supplies. Whatever, I'm thinking too deep into this. Alright everyone, we are here in Chuparosa. We got ourselves on the Bandito outfit. Looking dapper as you... What's wrong now? Oh no. I'm coming. This is our chance to redeem ourselves for not helping that poor man and his horse earlier. Man, he made some track. Hey, it's one of the bounty targets.
I'd say you're losing this argument.
Come here. Thank you. Oh, wait. Thank you. What was I saying? Oh, yeah, we changed it to the Bandito outfit because we're about to actually do a stranger mission. One of the ones that's actually going to give us a scrap for the Reyes Rebels outfit, because that is the only outfit that's really left to kind of put together in Mexico. We can't complete it right now, even if we did all the stranger missions that were available, because it actually doesn't let you purchase the outfit scrap from Escuella until you're done with Mexico's part, for a particular reason, because of really the benefit of the outfit is the same as like the benefit of like all of the other law outfits, which essentially lets you be able to do crimes without a bounty or something. I can't remember the exact benefit, but it's something to do like it prevents the law from chasing you as much or something like that. So that's why you kind of have to wait until Mexico's completed. Spoiler alert, if you can kind of piece together why that is.
Here you go. Do what you want with it.
Ándale, you even brought the ladrón. Gracias. I will handle him.
No problem. You know, now thinking about it, I guess you could technically take like a bad guy route. And look at that, 8 grand, ladies and gentlemen, 8 grand. And you could like kill him, take the money, and then just not return it. Oh, look, a new paper. We're actually going to take the chance to read that as well before we do that stranger mission, which it should be, if I have it correctly. Let's look at this. It should be for Scrap 2, which is the Poppycock Stranger's Task. It also lets us do a gang hideout, actually gives us 2 new weapons, and gives us that scrap. So it gets us a lot. We're going to buy this and give it a read before we continue. Alright. For some reason, they get American newspapers in Mexico. Whatever. Another civil war in Mexico. Following a long period of uncertainty, rioting, and sporadic violence across the country, it seems Mexico has slipped closer to an all-out civil war. A band of rebels led by Abraham Reyes has seriously challenged government rule in Nuevo Paraiso and other surrounding areas. These incidents have led some experts on the region to deduce that Mexico, long on the brink of another scale civil war, is now involved in a full-scale conflict with itself. Mr. Reyes, a nobleman's son born in a ranch just outside the capital, was educated in the traditional way in both Mexico and in Europe, where he was expelled from a Swiss boarding school after an incident with a chambermaid. He is promising to bring Mexico into the 20th century and improve conditions for the poor. Mr. Reyes also believes that Mexico should be considered a leading nation and take a more prominent issue in world affairs. He believes the future lies in vital allegiances between Mexico itself, a federation of states, and the most powerful empires of Europe and Asia, the Habsburg Empire and the powerful Ottoman Empire, and that together they can greater effect adequate union between the Eastern and Western hemispheres in a more productive and international alliance for many years to come. It is this foresight and intelligence that has endeared him to a large section of Mexico and which is bringing the country to the brink of bloody anarchy. Simeon escapee apprehended. A baboon starring in Ma Tanner's Simeon sideshow took French leave and was discovered in the balcony by an usher. After a chase that led around the theater several times, Mr. Jocko escaped through a cafe, spilling patrons' coffee and causing quiet disturbance. Once cornered near the cloakroom, Mr. Jocko grew violent, using a coat rack as a weapon and wounding several patrons before being captured and shot for disobedience. Oh my god. Mott Tanner's vaudeville show will be offering half-off tickets and assures patrons that the other apes have learned from his mistakes. Guys, this game was made before Harambe. Did this game predict that? I certainly hope not. It's been going downhill since then. Three-headed man to tour USA. Each year, lads and lasses bounce with glee when the circus rolls into town. This year, a special feature will be included. The Ming Hing Hong triplets, 3 men born to one body, are reported to each have a different wife, but must sleep together in one bed. The circus also reports that this year they will be without giraffes, as they were unfortunately injured when the circus train went through a new train trestle. Also, the bearded woman was shot during a poker game last month and will not be performing. Oh. Female doctor arrives, questions arrive too. Female troubles cause weakness and a breakdown of the nervous system, a situation that male physicians often cannot be bothered to handle. However, Dr. Lydia T. Pinkerton arrived in Blackwater recently to set up practice. Educated in New York, where female doctors are apparently commonplace, she met resistance and numerous unsolicited opinions and visits to her office by local officials concerned about the precedent of a female physician in town. This publication asks, would you visit a female doctor? Yes, I would. They're actually excellent. Sexist newspaper. Anyway, many would say no. Okay. However, those who suffer from the distressing ills peculiar to the weaker sex, and the men who suffer the women during female troubles may have a solution with the arrival of Dr. Pinkerton. Gosh. Really shows the time, doesn't it? Shootout at Fort Mercer. Lawmen, gunmen, and outlaws were involved in a bloody battle recently at the abandoned military base Fort Mercer in Rio Bravo, New Austin. At the time, going to press events were still a little unclear, but it seems that this was the end of the Williamson gang that had terrified New Austin in recent months. But not perhaps of Mr. Williamson himself, whose body has not been found and who is believed to have fled Mexico. Marshal Lee Johnson, who led the raid, was commended for his bravery. More ghosts take up residence at Tumbleweed. The town of Tumbleweed, long believed by local residents to be possessed by evil spirits, has claimed the lives of dozens more men. The area was found strewn with dead bodies and weapons, leading the more educated and rationally minded amongst us to conclude that this is the work of mortal rather than unearthly beings. Rumors of riches hidden in Tumbleweed's abandoned mansion have been the catalyst for the altercation, but for the moment it remains a mystery. It's not a mystery to me. We were responsible for that, and we found the riches in it. Excessive opium smoking in Mexico. Levels of consumption of morphia, opium, laudanum, sorry guys, I should know how to say that, I've seen Tombstone a million times, and other euphoric sedatives. God, I'm so sorry that you have to deal with me reading, guys. In Mexico have recently exceeded healthy levels, with local government officials worried that the foreign bands were trying to destabilize and weaken the mortal fortitude of both the local population and groups of migrant workers. Although opiates of all sorts can be healthily enjoyed in moderation by a clear-headed gentleman or used in pain relief by a gentle woman when grappling with her curse, in the hands of peasants or foreigners, the drugs become quite dangerous and can lead to great lethargy and personal degradation. Some men have been known to go several days without shaving when gripped by such habits. We wish Mexico well with dealing with this moral affliction. Yeah, addiction's no jokes, addiction is no joke, ladies and gentlemen. They came looking for silver and found lead. The stereotype of the deranged, psychopathetic miner lives on, following reports of gunfire and explosions at the Gap-Toothed Breach Mines in New Austin. Oh, sorry. I had a little burp there. It is not yet known whether this was just men letting off steam after too many weeks starved of daylight and female contact, or something far more sinister. To the best of our knowledge, the mines have not yielded any ore for some time now, but apparently there's still something down there worth fighting for. Feels like the newspaper's spying on my adventures. Man or monkey, science has unearthed the strangest prehistoric monster that has ever walked in the upright fashion in America. Millions of years ago, the West was feeding ground for the greatest of beasts. Reptiles 40 feet high with over 1,000 teeth. But what about prehistoric man? Dr. Hayden Present announced excavation of a prehistoric human skeleton that proves man descended from beasts, surrounded by various bits of humanity pickling in jars and with a morgue smell oozing from his office. Mr. Present suggests that a pile of bones on the table, which he calls Mildred, was indeed the missing link between man and the apes, whom he apparently should consider cousins. Science, while successfully at bringing voices across the country by wires, will never persuade the creator that he has done otherwise than that clearly stated elsewhere. Quick kill, buck killer, and fertilizer. Oh, for a second there, I was kind of worried what that meant. Sure death, the cockroaches, bugs, bed bugs, fleas, lice, potato bugs, and squirrels provides healthy nourishment to plants and trees. Because Emma knows best, priceless remedies for avoiding disease or prolonging life by months ensure you will live to 45 and see your grandchildren get married. Treat your family the professional way. Save money on expensive operations with the domestic division. Emma Boyd. I like reading these ads sometimes. They're not as important, and they really just show kind of like how advertising was back then. Okay, we're going to read this and then go back up. Electric anesthetics breakthrough. Electricity, the marvel of the age, is going to do more than just light our homes or help to end the lives of dastardly killers. This most merciful of God's great gifts to us, one that we only harness for more recently than fire or water or earth and sod, is also at the frontier of anesthetics. Thanks to remarkable new research at Fotherington University, I think that's how you say that, it seems that the pain, as well as pleasure, can be managed through the remarkable art of neuron displacement, and that soon will undergo procedures ranging from tooth extraction to childbirth for women, or hemorrhoids for men while plugged into an electric cable. It seems lights are not the only thing that is bright around these parts. So is the future. You might want to be careful of that. Electricity can be dangerous. Routes to Mexico open again. The bridges connecting New Austin with Mexico are passable once more, although Americans are advised against travel until the violence and unrest subsides. Gubernatorial candidate Nate Johns claims credit for the border crossings being reopened. The result, he said in a speech today, of his family's close ties to government officials in Nuevo Paraiso and his own deep understanding of international relations. That's funny, because we had to kill a bunch of people to get here, and now they're just open. And I did check before doing the mission. You can actually go back to America if you wanted to. So, if you wanted to go to Fort Mercer and do that gang hideout, because now it is one, I think you could right now, and that's how you actually get the semi-automatic pistol. But, personally, I want to hold off on getting that for a little bit. Miscellany. Alwyn Lloyd, believed to be of Welsh origin, died by gunshot in Armadillo, New Austin. Sorry. Quality medicine for sale on the professional premises of Cyrus Purvis, MD, Blackwater, restores even the sickest of individuals to glowing health. Many gringos get lost and die in Mexico. For maps of Perdido and Diez Coronas, visit the Almacén de Chuparosa, Nuevo Paraiso. We already bought those maps. Way ahead of you. Blackjack, poker, and dice, 3 of life's greatest pleasures. Leave the wife at home and come to Thieves Landing Saloon, Henniganstead. Well, we tried our luck, and we won, eventually. Situation wanted for middle-aged man, crippled but healthy, can perform most tasks sitting down. So, is he looking for work? I'm confused by what... I have no other information other than... I guess it's an ad for the pit. I don't know. It's kind of confusing. If it's searching for someone to take a job, then why don't you describe the job? Whatever. Small house for sale in Escuella, Mexico. Beautiful location despite the war. Price low for quick sale. Leander Holland, known to friends by the name of French, was found dead in Armadillo, New Austin. Once again, I'm sorry. I'm an American. I need guns. If you're looking for cheats, that is the cheat, and I think that gives all the weapons in the games or something like that. I could be wrong about that though. If you want to see what each of the cheats do, then I'd recommend looking them up online.